Roger, what happened between Frank and Dee?
It's just like I said. It looks like their marriage is over. And it's ironic, really, it is. We were just saying goodbye to each other.
You were saying goodbye to Dee?
Yes. Jill, I had realized that I was as guilty as Frank was for trying to control Delia's life. So we decided that we wouldn't see each other until she had time to think things out for herself. I mean, if Frank had only planned his little trap one day later.
Trap? Roger, wait a minute. What are you talking about? What kind of trap?
Frank told Delia he was going to Albany. And then he followed her to my apartment.
And found the two of you together?
I blame myself if I just didn't let her out of my sight. Jill, he treated her like a tramp. I knew she was upset, but I had no idea she'd try to commit suicide.
Suicide?
Apparently, she took little John, checked into a hotel, and Pat had to go out on the window ledge and help her back in.
Oh, my God. They both could have been killed. Roger, do the papers know about it?
No, I don't think so. I haven't seen anything in print. Jill, such devotion. Two people almost die, and all you can think about is Frank Ryan's campaign? Look, I think you're going to get your wish. I think you're going to have them all for yourself.
What are you talking about?
Delia thinks she has to patch things up with Frank. And I don't think there's any way in the world he's going to want her back. So as far as I'm concerned, the sooner you and Frank get back together, the sooner Delia's going to realize I'm the only person in the world that really cares about her.
Roger, this conversation is over.
Why? What's the matter?
I gave up Frank for 3 very good reasons. His son, his career, and his family. And as far as Frank and Dee splitting up is concerned, she is still the mother of his child. She still has a very strong hold on him. And as far as his career is concerned, a scandal like this could ruin him, and you know that very well. You know something? You really are despicable. Not only do you want to cheat him out of his wife, but you want to cheat him out of his congressional seat as well?
Jill, why won't you listen to me? Frank doesn't want his wife. So why not let me take her off his hands? And that way everyone will live happily ever after.
Because, Roger, some of us refuse to purchase what we want at the expense of others. Goodbye. Oh, Frank. Am I really any better than he is? If I am, why do I feel so sorry for you? And at the same time, so hopeful.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I caused such trouble. I just thought it would save my marriage.
You played with life, Delia, a gift of God. Even if you didn't intend to go through with it, you risked leaving little John without a mother.
I know. And I'm ashamed, Father. I just want to thank you for asking Frank to come here.
Well, as long as people can still talk, there's always hope.
Hi.
Hello, Delia.
To get justice for Zach.
How close?
I will marry him if I have to.
Is too close.
If he doesn't kill you first.
To catch her husband's killer. And
why are you looking at me that way?
Is Jack on to Erica's lookalike? Watch All My Children. Weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet.
Get ready to be blown away this May, because The View's on fire. This week, Grey's Anatomy star Chandra Wilson and Harry Potter heartthrob Daniel Radcliffe. He's on to bigger things. Then next week, she's here. Lady Gaga. Pop's wildest sensation is gonna bring down the house. Then all hail the Queen, Latifah that is, plus country singer Brad Paisley. And Dr. Oz makes a house call to The View.
Curse your lips.
May is big on all new Views on ABC.
Here's an acne fact from the dermatologists who created Proactive.
Pimples don't just show up on your face. They can happen anywhere, like your shoulders, back, and chest. Our deep cleansing wash is medicated to help keep your body blemish-free.
For healthy skin from head to toe.
Call now and get our amazing deep cleansing wash free when you order the Proactive 3-step system for only $19.95.
I get breakouts on my back, and it's like, I gotta hide this. And so now it's really good to have a product like the Proactive Body Wash work so quickly.
Our deep cleansing foaming wash helps keep your skin clear, while Proactive heals the acne and helps control future breakouts.
I'm an athlete. I get acne on my back and my shoulders. All I do is apply the Proactive Body Wash every single day after practice. I don't get any breakouts. It's awesome.
The Proactive 3-step system is faster and gentler than ever before. New Beauty calls it the best overall acne fighter.
I knew Proactive was a different type of product almost immediately because right away my skin started looking like a normal person's skin. I was amazed that underneath all that acne was beautiful skin.
Call now, and as a free extra, we'll include our travel size green tea moisturizer to smooth and hydrate your skin, along with the deep cleansing wash at no extra cost.
The deep cleansing wash is pretty amazing, but for the longest time, I wouldn't dare go out in a tank top. And now I like to show off my back and my shoulders. I'd like to show my skin off.
Get Proactive and show off your clear, sexy skin. Call 1-800-916-7434 to order and get your free deep cleansing wash gift plus extras, including this book of clear skin secrets by Doctors Rodan and Fields. Altogether, a $72 value for only $19.95.
Proactive's 3-step skincare system stops the ongoing process of acne
for a healthy, radiant complexion.
Call 1-800-916-7434 now for clear skin today.
Thank you for coming over here, Frank. I know the only reason you did it is because Father McShane asked you to. Thank you anyway.
We all want to see this work, Delia. Especially since there's no one person who bears all the blame. There have been mistakes on both sides. And I wonder, do you think it might be possible to give it another try? After all, you two people have 6 years invested in this marriage and a child to think of.
Frank, honey, why don't you say yes? Why don't you say you'll give us another chance, okay? Why don't you say you'll just try again?
I'm sorry, Delia. I just can't.
Frank, when you want something, you really have to work hard for it. I know we can do it if we just work for it.
I'm afraid that's the problem, Delia. I don't want it. I'm tired and I'm angry. I'm too tired to cater to your needs and demands. I'm too angry to care. I know that you need a lot of attention, but I just can't give it to you anymore.
Frank, maybe you're just tired because of the wedding and because of the campaign and everything else.
No, it's not those things. What I'm really tired of is trying to make two completely different personalities mesh and failing all the time. Let's just admit that we went too far and cut our losses, huh?
Yeah, sure. Terrific. Oh, sorry about that, Dee. Just changed my mind about you, so get lost, huh? Well, how do you expect me to react to it, Father?
Frank, do you think this is too soon to come to such a final decision?
Father, it's not that I don't take my marriage seriously. You know that I do. I believe our vows were more than romantic promises, and you don't have to remind me of my responsibilities to Delia and little John. It's just that I can't live with her anymore. That's the long and the short of it.
Well, where am I supposed to go? I mean, what am I supposed to do, Frank? Are you going to throw me out on the street?
Of course not, Delia. Nobody's doing anything like that. No, come on.
I've been trying to think of possible solutions. How would you like to go back to our old apartment?
Oh, I'm glad you said that, Frank. See, that's exactly what I wanted us to do. Remember after the campaign, you said that we could. See, it's very bad being cooped up with Maeve and Johnny like that. I mean, Father McShane, you know it's not healthy to be with your in-laws, right?
Well, it does create complications sometimes, yes.
I wouldn't be going with you, Delia. I thought I made that clear. I'd be stopping by to see little John, of course, but that's all.
You mean I would have to be there alone? I would have to take care of little John alone? What happens if he gets sick in the middle of the night? I gotta go out to a drugstore all by myself? Frank, he's our son. I mean, you can't expect me to handle him all alone, can you?
Delia, could we try to discuss this rationally for a minute without all the hysteria? Now, listen. If that's too much responsibility for you, maybe I could take little John.
You?
Yes, Mrs.
No,
Shaw could...
no! Nobody is going to take little John away from me. Do you understand that? Not you, not Mrs. Shaw, not anybody.
Okay, I've run out of suggestions. What would you like to do?
Okay. All right, Frank. I want to be a family again. We'll just go back to Maeve and Johnny's, and then we'll just decide what's going to happen. I mean, we don't even have to be together, but we could, you know, talk about things.
I'm not going to live in the same house with you. You do understand that, don't you?
Maybe Father McShane was right. I mean, maybe we're going through this too quickly. I mean, maybe we should just slow down for a while, you know, and make decisions after the campaign. Okay? I mean, it'll look awfully funny if we're not together. I mean, people start talking, Frank. They'll say things.
We just have to deal with that when it happens.
Frank? You mean you would risk your whole political career rather than spending a few months with your wife? I mean, do you hate me so much?
No, Delia. I don't hate you. The simple truth is, I don't feel much about you one way or the other. That kind of surprises me, but there it is.
I don't want to believe that.
As far as moving back to Ryan's is concerned, I don't think that I can inflict our problems on my parents. There'd be a lot of tension and...
Well, what am I supposed to do? Would you tell me where am I going to go?
I don't know. I'll think about it, try to work it out. And I'll call you. Doctor, I'd like to ask you a question about my wife. Is it possible, under the circumstances, that she could move back to our own apartment with the baby, without me?
You wouldn't be there?
No.
Just her and the baby?
Yes.
I see. I wouldn't advise it, Mr. Ryan. Your wife isn't genuinely suicidal, but she has a highly unstable personality with tremendous feelings of insufficiency. She needs people around her. She needs constant reassurance. Especially now. She's not ready for the care of herself and a child. Not yet.
Thank you, Doctor. I just wanted to...
Well, what are you gonna do? I was only a little late for work.
You just saw Frank last night.
Yeah, I know. But something told me you want to see me again this morning.
Ah, the great ESP again.
If that's what it is. But you got to admit, we got something going. What about that dream on the River Queen? I knew he was in trouble, and he was, right?
I married a witch.
Honey, where am I going to put the hairdryer?
Closet. Top shelf.
Okay. I wish you had married a witch. I wish I could just stir some disgusting mess in a pot and make the whole thing go away.
What thing?
Frank and Delia. I've never seen him like this before. I really don't think there's any solution but divorce. Jack.
What?
I said divorce.
I heard you. Well, you climbed out a window. I'd be thinking about it, too.
It'd be so awful for the baby. For the whole family, really.
Honey, your family could survive a nuclear war. A little thing like a divorce won't even shake them up.
That's what you think.
Look, could we talk about something else, like maybe baseball or me?
Oh, honey, I'm sorry. I'm just upset about it. I'm upset.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm putting some stuff away.
Where's my underwear supposed to go?
Underneath in the drawer with the socks?
Oh, no.
I'll move it in a minute.
Mary, no.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Jack, you don't need two separate drawers for underwears and socks. Look, you got plenty of room.
Yeah, well, that's because all my underwear's at the laundromat. Wait till tomorrow, that drawer will be full.
We got a little problem here. I don't have enough room, and I live here, too.
I gave you 2 drawers.
Which leaves you 3.
Right.
Okay, so do you think you could consolidate them into 2? Or even 2.5?
No. No, I don't.
Well, would you give it a try?
Well, there's no point. It can't be done. I mean, I need a certain minimum amount of space, and that's it.
Are you trying to tell me, honey, that there is no possible compromise here about a couple of drawers?
That's exactly what I'm trying to tell you.
I see. I don't suppose it occurs to you that your attitude is a tiny bit rigid or anything.
Well, I don't know if it's rigid or not, but I'm not about to change it. I mean, you'll just have to accept me the way I am, Mary.
Oh, terrific. So every time we come up against a problem that requires a compromise, you're just going to sit there and say, I have to accept you the way you are, huh?
Mary...
I got news for you, baby. That's not a way a marriage works. We're going to have to adapt and adjust to each other on all kinds of levels.
Mary.
I'm worried about this.
Honey.
No, I am. It's not just a question of space. It's your idea of cooperation.
Which is?
Which is, you give. Oh, you give. Until it starts to inconvenience you, right? And after that, it's up to old Mayor to fit in.
But don't you see? I mean, in any compromise, there has to be a bottom line. I mean, a point beyond which a person cannot go any farther. I mean, if you were being totally unreasonable, you know, I could end up with my socks in the refrigerator.
But I am not being unreasonable.
Trust me, huh?
I do, honey, but I want to discuss it. I want to get
let's
it out of
discuss right now how we're gonna divide up this piece of furniture, huh?
Changing the subject.
Well, come on. Right now, we'll decide.
No.
What do you say, 50? 50?
We're going to discuss the rest of the apartment later. We are.
I've never been happier.
That makes 2 of us.
We are finally moving on from Lisa.
A jilted ex.
Lisa is unbalanced mentally and emotionally. She's just as obsessed with you as she ever was.
Patrick is gonna pay for the way that he treated me.
Out for one final act of revenge.
You're gonna be dead in an hour.
You can't leave me down here.
But this week, the tables will be turned. General Hospital, weekdays on ABC, weeknights on SoapNet.
Here's the great thing about love. Anything is possible when you're with the right person.
I can just look at her and instantly just makes me smile.
He's my best friend. I can't wait to marry him. I love everything about him.
Experience the difference of a site that really cares about helping you find a wonderful relationship. Visit eHarmony today and review your compatible matches free.
Losing weight is as simple as 1, 2, 3. Eat right, be active, and try my new Smart Weight Loss formula.
I lost 23 pounds the smart way. I lost 30 pounds. It really works.
Say yes to my Smart Weight Loss, the smarter way to lose weight.
Shatter everything you know about shine. New color sensational High Shine from Maybelline, New York. Our first High Shine color in a stick. Now pigments are micro-illuminated. Honey nectar creates our most luxurious feel. New High Shine.
Only from Maybelline. I have to get justice for Zach.
How close
I will marry him if I have to.
is too close?
If he doesn't kill you first.
To catch her husband's killer. And
Why are you looking at me that way?
is Jack onto Erica's lookalike? Watch All My Children, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet.
Father, I'm not going to give him a divorce.
Please, Delia. Divorce is not an acceptable solution, and he hasn't even mentioned it yet. I think you two clearly need a little time away from each other before you can discuss this rationally. Now, have you thought about going to your brother? I mean, would he have room for you?
Bobby's got a 1.5-room apartment. Father, I don't want to be there. I gotta be with Frank.
Darling, I would love a beer.
You got it?
How'd it go?
Well, I'm afraid we got ourselves a real problem here. She won't face reality.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know how she does it, but she's convinced herself that all we need is a good, long talk, and then we can straighten out our problems once and for all, and we can go right back to normal. She absolutely refuses to accept the fact that I'm not going to live with her. Couldn't come to any agreement. Agreement? We couldn't even manage a conversation. I tell you, Doll, she's enough to drive a guy nuts. And one minute she's so sweet you can't stand it, the next she's hysterical. She started the whole thing off by saying all she wanted was for me to try. Me? I mean, to her, it's all my fault. are you going to do, Frank? I don't know. The thing that worries me the most, of course, is little John.
Yeah, it's what worries all of us.
Psychiatrist says she shouldn't be left alone with him.
Is she that bad?
Well, anyway, she can't handle the responsibility all alone right now.
Oh, I see.
But there's no way she's going to let that baby go. When I suggested I could take him with me, she went to pieces.
Well, I can understand that, Frank. I mean, I'm not exactly dripping with sympathy for Delia, but losing your husband and your baby in the same week is pretty rough.
Yeah, I can see that, of course. But I've got to figure out a way to arrange this so I'm not forced into going back to her.
Frank, you want Delia to come back here to live with the baby? Hmm?
I don't want to drag you and Mom into this.
Seems to me we're in it ourselves, up to the kneecaps already. I can't make any promises, mind you. I have to talk to your mother, but if Dee's doctor says she can't be alone with the baby, that's the only solution.
Maybe. For a while. Thanks, Doc.
Oh, wait, there's just one thing. Makes me hesitate, Frank. You know how I feel about divorce. Maybe forcing yourself to go back to live with Dee and the baby would, well, make it possible to find a solution. Just having her here with the baby alone may be too easy. Look, Frank, I know how you feel. I'm not sure if I were in your shoes, I'd want to go back in the same house with Dee and the baby, but I just...
Next, take a trip to the Upper West Side on Ryan's Hope. Later, spend some time in Genoa City with the Young and the Restless, only on SoapNet. Who's coming and who's going? SoapNet has the status update on your favorite stars. On General Hospital, Bruce Weitz is back as gangster Anthony Zaccara.
It's some turn of events.
On The Young and the Restless, Emily O'Brien is saying goodbye to Genoa City.
Another time?
Daytime favorite Tamara Braun is Taylor on Days of Our Lives.
Okay, I'll drink to that.
And on One Life to Live, Roger Howarth is back in Landview.
I have to be with my family.
Keep up with the latest status updates on SoapNet.
Look, the new one. Ooh, I'd like to unwrap that.
Excuse me?
Get it! So good.
Deliciously irresistible Three Musketeers. Now with more chocolate taste than before.
Every time I sneeze, I laugh, I jump. Water. And my sister said, have you ever heard of poise? I said, poise? What the heck is poise? She said, 1 in 3 women have this issue.
Every great woman deserves a great pad. Stay comfortably dry with Poise.
We have our own way of thinking. We think sustainability is nothing new. We think justice is older than any government. We think we can grow radishes on the moon. We think education is for the mind and the spirit. We think Indian.
Help tribal college students preserve their way of thinking.
Want more of your favorite soaps?
That's great.
Log on to abc.com/daytime. Watch current full episodes of All My Children, General Hospital, and One Life to Live.
Online critics love it.
Plus, get exclusive sneak peeks of what's coming up next.
Sounds like a thumbs up to me.
Connect with other fans to discuss what's on your mind.
I always want to hear what you have to say.
And check out the 101 galleries to get an intimate look at the history of your favorite characters.
That's the best news I've heard all day.
Find it all now at abc.com/daytime.
It came without warning.
Son, you okay?
Matthew! Matthew's condition is extremely grave.
But he's gonna be all right.
I'm afraid not.
Can Bo and Nora save their child's life?
We are not gonna let our son die!
been here for 8 years. Let me out of here!
What happens when two Todds come face to face?
What do you want?
One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC, weeknights on SoapNet.
Hi, Johnny.
Hi, Jill.
I just heard the news about Dee. I'm really sorry.
Excuse me a second.
Are you all right?
Much better now that I'm seeing you. Can you sit with me for a minute?
All right. Got my information from Roger, so I'm not really sure that I have it all straight. Frank, did Dee really try?
No, she just tried to scare me into coming back to her. You knew about Delia and Roger, didn't you?
Yeah,
So you didn't tell me. Why?
because it was none of my business.
I tried to call you.
I was out at the beach house. Frank, I took Seneca out there for a couple of days because I thought it might do him some good.
And did it?
Yeah, I think it did.
You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to.
Frank, I like him. He's a good man, and he's lonely. And I want to help him. But that's all.
Well, I may not be too good, but I sure am lonely. Do you want to help me?
I want to help you more than anything else in the world. It's just that I just don't think I can.
You do it by just being here. I wanted to see you so much.
Oh, Frank.
Jill, I can't go on living with her anymore. I can't take it anymore.
Does that mean divorce?
That's one thing I wanted to talk to you about.
Frank, your parents, they would be so upset about that.
Yes, but they'd get over it.
What about the campaign?
I guess I'd get over that. What are you thinking? What?
I'm thinking that nothing's changed.
Oh, yes, it has. I've changed. If it weren't for little John,
That's it, Frank. Don't you see, if it weren't for little John, why do you keep kidding yourself? Why do you keep kidding me? Oh, Frank. Don't you understand? As long as little John is in the picture, nothing has changed. She's got you.
Jill, no. I'm not giving up on my life. We're talking about 40 more years here, and there's nothing for me with her, nothing. I don't even care about Congress anymore. Oh, I care about it, all right, but I'm not going to pay the price. Look, could we finish this conversation at your apartment?
No. No, I just don't think that's a good idea.
Right at this moment, I don't care whether it's a good idea or not. Jill, please, you are involved in this now. And I've got to talk to you.
All right.
Thank you. In a little while, okay? I want to spend a little time with little John first.
Frank. Maybe.
Father, I can't let go of Frank. I can't. He's my whole life. I can't let go of him.